Hello Scorpio, thank you for joining me for your bonus reading of the week, and we're looking at the energies for September the 21st to the 28th. As always, timestamps will be below, okay, if you want to skip through anything, because these readings on Sundays, they do tend to be quite in-depth, right? Okay, so you've got the Mystic Links, and this one says, trust your inner vision. Pay attention to your inner sense of knowing and your intuition. Use this insight to guide your decisions and trust that you're on the right path. Okay, Scorpio, trust that you're on the right path. So that's going to be a particularly potent message for any of you who have been struggling lately with this lack of self-belief. Okay, it's one of those demons that rears its ugly head, right? So yeah, this lack of self-belief, see if you can get back on top of that again, because you are on the right path. You need to trust that you're on the right path, right? Perhaps, and this energy usually does show out when someone has just made an important decision. They've just done something that they're not going to be able to go back on, right? They've literally sat on that decision for a while. They've then taken action on that, and then kind of sitting there going, did I do the right thing? I can't really take it back. I don't know if I've done the right thing. Have I made the right choice here? Okay, usually that's when this Mystic Links energy will come out, because it's a reassurance, Scorpio. So you're being reassured. You have done the right thing. You did make the right choice. You did make the right decision. Okay, you are on the right path. And it's perfectly normal to sit there afterwards and, you know, kind of review it and go, oh, I don't know if I did the right thing there, right? That's perfectly normal for an individual who is advanced in their own growth. Okay, you would want to see that in a healthy person, right? Yeah, there's strong indicators here, Scorpio, that you are a healthy individual who is able to reflect, right? That's why you've got this reassurance coming through. You've done the right thing. You are on the right path. Okay, right. So let's leave that one up there. It's quite a powerful message to come through. Let's take a look at your rune, and then we'll do your healing crystal, tea leaf for the strongest overall messages, and of course the tarot to clarify everything. Right, can we have a, thank you, interesting, Niflheim or Niflheimer. So your actual rune is Daggaz, and this one is Dawn of a New Day. Okay, you've set something in motion here, Scorpio, that is going to make your life a lot easier in the long run. Okay, with this morning light, opportunity, initiation, hope, dawn of a new day with this Daggaz. It's you literally not waiting for something to start changing and transforming, but it's you, actually you, Scorpio, transforming the energy around you, creating those opportunities for yourself rather than waiting for them. Okay, you're creating them. It's very, very creative energies. So if anyone's sitting there going, no, I've not changed anything lately, then maybe you need to. Okay, and perhaps harnessing the energy of this Daggaz rune is going to be helpful for you to give you the courage, the confidence to initiate, because it's initiation energy, to initiate the necessary changes that you need to bring into your life. Okay, so I always say trace it out on a bit of paper. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, and in fact when you trace it out yourself, because it's all about the intent that you put into it, when you trace it out yourself and you put your intent into that, that's going to be a lot more powerful and more potent than, say, a rune that you went out and bought, right? So just trace that out on a bit of paper and keep it in your pocket, under your pillow, in your car, wherever, on your work desk, Okay, just someplace close so that you can harness the energy of that newness, of that, okay, I need to change something here. I need to take the initiative and find that courage to make a change. So the easiest way to do it, if I hold it to the side, it kind of looks like a sand timer. Yeah. So that's the easiest way. Or just the letter M, and then join up the bottom of the letter M. But make sure you're putting your intent into it. That is specifically about, please lend me your strength so that I can find that strength and courage within myself to initiate the changes in my life that I'm needing to initiate. Right. And then you've got Niflheim or Niflheimr, and it says veiled in chilling fog and mystery. So it's uncertainty, right? It's not knowing what's going to happen next, but not necessarily needing to know what's going to happen either, right? It's very primordial energy, right? It's the world of fog. It's cold, misty, icy. It's the complete opposite, of course, to Muspelheim or Muspelheimr, which is the land of fire. Right? This, I feel with this one, with it being veiled in chilling fog and mystery, that there is a fear that you have about changing something up. A fear in case, what if I get it wrong? But with the links coming out, you've already taken those first steps towards that change. Now you're just needing the confidence and the reassurance to follow it through. That's it. Okay? You don't need to know what's going to happen all of the time. Nobody can know. No one can possibly know what is going to happen all of the time, right? We can give our best guesses, right? The only way that you're going to know for certain is if you actually do the thing. Okay. So yeah, try not to allow your fears to take charge here, okay? Because you do have daggers, you do have the mystic links, you do have that reassurance that you are doing the right thing, you are on the right path, okay? Yeah, let's take a look at your healing crystal. Now, this deck, you might have heard me say it before. I absolutely love this deck. The messages from this deck are absolutely beautiful. I just wish that they'd made the deck itself normal rectangle deck shape, right? Because it's very, very difficult to shuffle, very difficult to handle. So I always have to shuffle through the deck as best I can and then cut the deck in order to get your message out. And it just takes a little bit longer to do it that way. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Okay. What's your crystal? Citrine Spirit Quartz. Intentional, self-awareness, and discernment. Right? Literally, I can't get over the fact that you're getting this crystal that's coming out. Given the context we've already seen in your reading, and you've only had 3 cards out so far, this one being your 4th, right? And it's like, yeah, everything that you do, Scorpio, make sure that it's intentional. Okay. A scented and empowered stone. Citrine Spirit Quartz asks that you take command over your life. That's why I can't get over the fact that this crystal's coming out for you. It is literally repeating the message of that daggers. Yeah. By having clear intentions, you can begin to lead from a grounded and assertive place, giving you the results that complement your needs. Citrine Spirit Quartz enhances your self-awareness, dissolving apprehensions and self-doubt to clear the way for more confidence in your daily life. No matter what material things you may or may not possess, it is highly focused, an excellent stone for planning and goals, and this one is associated with all the signs and the planets, the sun and the moon. So let your true self shine through, Scorpio. Be confident, be assertive, be decisive and intentional this week, okay? Right, so let's take a look at the strongest energies that are coming through for you guys this week. Again, timestamps and everything below. Personal readings with me, they are available on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is also in my description box below, okay? Right, so you've got the peacock, beware a great pride, the tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Okay, and this one, which is the shield, you need to defend yourself. So you're needing to defend yourself against arrogance, fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Yeah. What's under there? The turkey. That's a lot of animals. Someone's behaving stupidly. Well, there's a surprise. Not. Okay. It's a lot of animals. The peacock, the tortoise, and the turkey. With the fire and the shield. Okay. Well, first of all, Scorpio, I do feel like there is a bit of, I want to say triggering that's going on. I don't know if it's a specific individual around you or if it's just people in general, right? You know how sometimes everyone else, it's weird. It feels like on some occasions everyone just suddenly decides that they're going to act in ways that is ridiculous. And it kind of feels like you're the only one who can really see what's going on, right? I'm kind of getting that sort of vibe here. On a personal level, Scorpio, we got someone who is taking their frustrations out on you. And that is the reason why you're being told you have to assert yourself. You have to use your discernment and you have to assert yourself. Because you've also got this, you need to defend yourself. So you're quite well within your rights to stand up for yourself here, okay? But definitely, yes, needing to be more assertive with that. Now, there's a slowdown to this energy with the tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. So you are making headway with something that's very important to you, right? And I feel, because that's the tortoise, I feel like this is something that you identify yourself with. So, for example, and again, just a complete example pulled out of thin air. Say if this is about your career, right? And for some people, their career is their life, it is their identity, right? I used to be a metal worker before I did YouTube publicly. I had to give that up because, you know, economics and stuff, it was no longer economically viable to work with metal. That was a shame. It was unfortunate because I identified myself with being a metal worker, right? I know you're not supposed to identify yourself with what you do, but some people do that and it works for them. That's fine. It's their choice, right? Now, obviously, my entire life revolves around reading the tarot, right? And helping other people. That's now my new identity, right? So someone here has got something similar to that, where what they do is their identity, right? And it might not be about their career, but it could be for someone, right? you're slowly but surely making headway with what this is that you do, that you're identifying yourself with. Does that make sense? That's why I had to put an example to that. Because it's been a very slow, long, and obviously a very difficult journey. You've probably had to come up against a lot of elitism as well, which again, that screams to me as career-based, right? For a lot of you guys, not everyone. But there's been elitism. There's been stopping your growth, right? So you are making headway. That's the important thing to keep hold of here, Scorpio. You are making headway. Now, I kind of feel like there's going to be an issue this week with an individual who's letting their pride and their ego get to their head. And I feel like they are about to do something ridiculously stupid because they are allowing their frustrations or their hatred or their disapproval of you get to them, right? Anger makes people stupid, and it makes people say and do things that they cannot take back, right? And that's exactly what I see going on in your energy this week. And I wouldn't be too surprised, Scorpio, if this is someone who is about to lose, if this is going on within a workplace, within your career or something like that, someone's about to lose their job. And I can say that with a certain level of confidence here. Someone is about to lose their job because they are allowing their emotions, their strong emotions, to overwrite their common sense. Okay? I don't feel like this is you that's about to lose your job, Scorpio. I feel like this is someone who has taken up issue with you, who has been an elitist little prick about you, towards you, or has otherwise somehow tried to, do you know what I mean, flex over you, lord it up over you. That's who's about to lose their job here. Because it's them. Because you're immovable. You're immovable, right? You got this tortoise with the shield. Literally, the tortoise's shell is its fucking shield. Your shell, your hardened exterior, is your shield. Right? This is dodgy. This is really, really dodgy. So I'm gonna start clarifying this now. So we need to get to the bottom of it. When this happens, Scorpio, as tempting as it might be to celebrate their downfall, should we say, your first message out was beware of great pride. Okay, pride comes before a fall, yeah? Don't make the same mistake that they are making, right? So be humble, right? What's this peacock? What's going on with this peacock? The Magician, a Page of Pentacles, and a Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a lot of pentacles. So you've got Virgo, Gemini, Taurus energy coming through. Right. Just need to feel out what's going on. I'm looking at this Magician. And it's kind of cool, actually, how the messages come through. I've had this deck for a while, and I use it regular. I absolutely love it. This is the first of me noticing that Magician does not have two arms. The Magician does not have two arms in this deck. The Magician has multiple arms, and I've only just noticed. It's multitasking. That's why I've only just noticed. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Four Arms. Multitasking. You multitasking. That's also the equivalent of having all of the four aces out as well. Can you tell us more about this message of Scorpio multitasking with this magician, please? What's the context here for this magician and the multitasking? Make sure you don't spread yourself out too thin. Yeah. Let's see. Multiple choice, multiple things, multiple options, Seven of Cups. Make sure you're not spreading yourself out too thin. I'm also getting the message of distraction here. This person here, they are trying to multitask, only they don't really have the capacity to be multitasking. Yeah, Death and the Four of Pentacles, that's coming out squiffy, and your major arcana. So there's a message here of being overwhelmed. Make sure that it's not you that's feeling overwhelmed by this multitasking, okay, Scorpio? It's to do with this egotistical individual. It's like they just assume that they can chuck whatever at you and you're going to be able to take it all on. I am also feeling that this person is trying to control lots of people at the same time here because someone's losing their shit. What's this message with the Four of Pentacles off center, please? That's someone quitting, giving up, surrendering. Yeah, the Chariot. Okay. The weird thing is, Scorpio, I feel like someone's trying to push you out, but they end up overwhelming themselves because they're not able to multitask. Does that make sense? They're trying to overwhelm you to push you out, but the exact opposite thing takes effect here. And instead of them pushing you out, you somehow end up pushing them out. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So what's this Page of Pentacles? Wheel of Fortune and a Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. Ain't that some shit? Three of Pentacles reversed, that's a loss. It's a loss. So this particular Page of Pentacles here, that is indicating someone's naivety. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. That's quite a leap. That is quite a leap. And the Nine of Wands. So, Scorpio, you've been underestimated here. Your ability to stand up for yourself, to defend your Ten of Pentacles, which is your home, your family, your finances, your future, your family's future, your legacy. Everything that's important to you is the Ten of Pentacles. So someone's vastly underestimated how much this means to you, how important this is for you. And because they've underestimated that, they've underestimated the lengths of which you will go to in order to keep your Ten of Pentacles protected. Seven of Pentacles, you reap what you sow. This person's about to reap what they have been sowing, and what they've been sowing is they've been trying to push you out. And it's going to backfire. Wheel of Fortune with the Three of Pentacles reversed. So whoever's threatening you to the point where the cards are coming out and saying, Scorpio, you need to defend yourself from this person. Like, clearly, there is a number of our Scorpios out there who are currently being threatened. Otherwise, these messages wouldn't be coming out at all. The one who's threatening you is the one who's going to end up losing everything. Why? Because they've underestimated you. They underestimated how important this is to you. They don't have, I don't want to sound cruel, but they don't have the mental capacity to be able to multitask. Whereas you, Scorpio, you're like, oh, what's this? Another person who's getting up my arse? Okay then. Right, so let's tackle this one as well then. Do you know what I mean? It's like, for you, this is just another Tuesday. For them, they're getting really overwhelmed. What's this tortoise? They're slowly but surely getting ahead. So you might not feel like you're making any kind of progress with this problem, with this issue right now, but you definitely are. Hierophant in the upright position. Yeah. That spirituality, it's religions, it's laws, it's rules, it's regulations. Okay? That's like red tape. Okay? Anything and everything that has got laws and rules and regulations attached to it can be the Hierophant. Interesting. Can you tell us more about the Hierophant? The Empress. You've got heavy spiritual growth here, for one. You've also, I'm feeling like you've got permission to proceed here. And it kind of feels legal. Okay, there's legal permission for you to proceed. There's also a serious level of protections here that's coming in for you, Scorpio. Both legally and spiritually speaking. Can you tell us more about this Hierophant, please? These two. Yeah, the Tower and the Nine of Cups, see? Tower and the Nine of Cups. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay? You're making headway. Stick to the program. Stick to the program. Also, yes, it is unfortunate that this Three of Pentacles, which again, it feels so much to me like someone's about to lose their job. While that's unfortunate for them, they also brought it upon themselves. Because I'm understanding this energy as this is an individual who has been making your life a misery. Okay. Because someone's happy about this Tower. Someone's happy about these laws, these rules kicking in. Okay, something's coming into effect here with that Hierophant. Right? Can you tell us more about what it is that's coming into effect with that Hierophant, please? Judgment off center. So what's coming into effect is strange because it's to do with a decision that's not yet been made. So something is still in discussion. Something is still being debated. Something is still being worked out. And then the decision's going to be made. Okay, well, the one who's been causing the trouble here, the one who's clearly been going against the rules, the one who's been breaking the rules, whatever they might have been, and I'm not seeing that it's been you, Scorpio, this is the other person, well, they're going to have to go. They're going to have to go, and then straight away, 9 of Cups for you. Well, that's a fortunate outcome, isn't it? Because it's the 9 of Cups. Shitty that it happened in the first place. It should never have happened at all. But ultimately, because, you know, that is what the Tower is about, right? It shouldn't really have happened at all, but it did. And it fucking sucks that it did. But ultimately, you get a positive result here. What's this message with the shield? Scorpio needs to defend themselves, please. They're saying stick to the facts, okay, Scorpio? Yeah, 10 of Swords. You need to defend yourself because 10 of Swords, someone's trying to stab you in the back. Either they're wanting to see you fail or they're deliberately trying to set you up to fail. And I feel it's the latter. They're trying to set you up to fail. Deliberately. Yes, the Sun off center. Threatening your future, your hope, your happiness, your growth, your abundance. Can you tell us more? Thank you. That's squiffy as well. The 5 of Cups off center. So they seem to think that they're going to be able to successfully push you out, push you away, have you lose your job, which I very much suspect is what's going on. They're not going to succeed with that. You want to know why, Scorpio? Because they're not fucking smart enough. And they're not smart enough because they've got so much hate, spite and venom within them that's actually controlling them. This is someone who is looking for instant results and they cannot play the long game. That's why they're going to fail. Because you can play the long game. Tortoise, they cannot. They don't have the staying power. They're very, emotionally, they're all over the place. And when someone is so emotionally dysregulated, they're not able to control their own actions. Think back the last time when you really, really were angry at someone or something, right? And how much lack of control you felt. That's what they're feeling. And it's going to lead on to them making a huge mistake. Why does this person have an issue with Scorpio? Why? Are you fucking kidding me? Why do they have an issue with you, Scorpio? Because 10 of Cups and 5 of Swords. Because people love you, because people like you, because you've got support. Some of you guys have got a loving, safe, supportive family. They're jealous of your lifestyle, of what you have, of what you're building. And also because this individual is a bully. And their go-to tactic is intimidation. This individual is deeply, deeply unhappy. Like they literally don't have anything of value going on in their own lives. And when they see that other people, such as yourself, Scorpio, do have a happy, fulfilled life, They hate that. Tell us more about this strong emotion. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles reversed, and a Six of Wands reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed with a Six of Wands reversed. Scorpio, be very, very careful of this individual offering you anything at this time, because it does not have any sort of substance to it. Okay. There's a false offer here. It's under there. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. An offer that has no substance. Can you tell us more about this, please? Temperance. So it might come through as a tempting offer that on the surface it might look as if it's going to resolve all of your problems, but you're needing to refuse that offer from that person, because ultimately they're not doing anything to help you out here, and that you've to wait and you've to be patient. Definitely don't sign anything that this individual tries to get you to sign, okay? I'm also understanding this energy here as this person feels this amount of anger and frustration towards you because they themselves were promised help, or they were promised a leg up, or they were promised some sort of promotion here, and they never got it. And they're just basically taking that frustration out on everyone else. Okay, so what is it that they're about to do with this turkey energy? With someone behaving stupidly? The Page of Swords. Okay. They are about to do something while being observed. So there's witnesses here. Right, can we have some specifics? Are we allowed to see? Oh, okay. Death. So that's your energy. Strength. Four of Pentacles and the Hermit. You have someone here that's breaking their silence. I don't know if it's Virgo, a Capricorn, a Leo, or another Scorpio. But you've got someone around you who is literally... they've been bearing witness to everything that this person has been doing to you. And they're literally about to break their silence here. That's all I'm allowed to see. You've to hold your ground, Scorpio. Okay, Strength, Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit. You've to hold your ground. It's under there. Five of Wands. Judgment, Three of Cups. Seven of Swords. Ten of Wands, Nine of Cups. It's something to do with a lie that can be very easily disproved here, Scorpio. So either this individual tells others a lie about you that can be easily disproved, right? They're grasping. That's what they're doing. They're clutching at straws. And that's what's coming out as a very stupid action on their behalf, because they're going to get punished for that. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Justice and the High Priestess. So when the enemy's making a mistake, Scorpio, do not interrupt them. Okay? Don't interrupt them. You got justice that's coming in, and it's coming in fast. Okay. You've got a messenger from afar, Scorpio. A message from afar that contains very good, very positive news for you. You've got some sort of instructions here contained within this message that you have to follow to the letter. So that sounds an awful lot like guidance counselor. Okay. Something like that. It's like that there's a plan of attack that you need to follow by the letter. And that's how you're going to catch this person out. That's how you're going to have them faced with the consequences of what they've been doing to you over here. I feel like there's a Leo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus that's supporting you here, Scorpio. What's under there? Yeah, we've seen that, haven't we? Which again is really interesting. Because we've already, I already looked at the bottom of the deck and I knew what was at the bottom of it. It was that discourse, the unrest, the drama, the arguments. So I feel like this has been going on now for such a long time that it's just become like background noise for you. Do you know what I mean? Can I have a healing message for Scorpio, please? Healing message for Scorp. Heal the ouch. Yeah. Which tells me that this individual is, should we just say, getting removed from your sphere of influence? Because healing can only happen when the danger has been dealt with. 38. Heal the ouch. Okay. It says forgiveness is the healer of the soul. So forgiveness is what you make it. Okay. It's not my job to tell anybody what to do. Right? Forgiveness is what you make it. I always say, forgive yourself for not have known any better at the time. Okay? It starts with you. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, then you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, blah, 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 or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much, that's whatever. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth, all of life, and ready to commit to the healing path. The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible, letting bygones be bygones. Okay. Do you know what? With this one, because again, we've got to read within context, okay? And the context of your reading is literally like some little fucker is trying to make your life as difficult as possible. They are being dealt with, and I feel legal, because you've got friggin' a Hierophant with justice, and you've got all these other messages of like rigidity, and they can't do that, that's not allowed, that's against the law, it's against the rules. Do you know what I mean? Like, the reading felt very much like that. So all of the damage, the hurt, the pain, the anguish that this person has been putting you through, because they're now being removed, you're going to be able to start healing yourself and healing the environment of which all of this bullshit was taking place. Right? That's what I feel is going on here. What else for Scorpio, please? What else for Scorpio? Whoa. 0550, so that's a mirrored number. And this one says the eye candy: intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, and romance. Get some fresh air or call your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Yeah. So you're going to have a new focus. A positive focus, because for a while your focus might well have been on this unhealthy situation that's been going on. So now that that's being dealt with and cleared away, you're going to have a new focus. Slow down. 0404. Balance, power struggle. So is that what it's been? Has it been a power struggle? Force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibrations, and warning. Pay close attention to the people in your life and your surroundings, and to your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. Yeah. Yeah, so there's definitely been power struggles that's gone on here. They can feel that they're losing that particular power struggle, and that's why they're freaking out. And when they freak out, they're going to make a terrible mistake. And at that point, they basically hand the win to you, as it were. You got 333, support, growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, and talents. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inwards, work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and your sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. Okay. So something to do with you utilizing your artistic skills and talents here, to the point where others can benefit as well. Others can find healing through what it is that you're doing. And then you've got quadruple 0, limitless potential. Reset, relaxation, unknown surrender, finish line, success, and victory. This serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, then there's no reason why you cannot make it a reality. Yeah, it's just manifesting. If something is in the possession of another person, then it's also available to you. So try to remain calm. What is meant for you will not pass you by. Let go of tensions and relax. Okay, yeah, so you might well be one of these that feels like you're constantly sitting on the sidelines while watching as everyone else creates a lot of success in their lives, and then wondering, well, when is it my turn? Because I work my ass off too. When is it going to be my turn? They're saying here, look, when you witness others having that level of success, wish them well, cheer them on, okay? Everyone gets their turn. Everyone does get their turn. And this is saying, relax, lean into that surrender, okay? You've got success and victory that's coming through. So let go of the tensions. Right. Yeah, let's see if we can put a little bit of uplifting energy into the shoot, because that was intense as hell. Right, so what is the shitty deck got for you today? Someday you'll forget all of the hurt, all of the many reasons why you cried, and you will forget all of the shitty people who have done you wrong. Yeah, that's absolutely true. You will. You will realize that the secret to living freely is not revenge, but in letting things go and allowing things to unfold in their own way and time. Interesting. So you're not supposed to interfere with this process, and Scorpio, by going on this quest for revenge. Okay. Which again, it can be really, really hard not to do that. Like, trust me, I know. But you cannot interfere with karma. It knows more than you do. There ain't no punishment you're going to be able to give someone that karma's not going to be able to do. Okay. Remember, this is not about revenge. This is about you standing up for yourself. Right. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.